Kansas City. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
On 1st down, Mahomes flushed out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And that is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. That's a heck of a way to convert on 3rd and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And that trust was justified because he went up and got the football and converted on a down. You shouldn't. 3rd and long like that, that's supposed to be an incompletion at the least.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Quickly to Kelsey. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce there to make the grab. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive.
All-pro tight end Travis Kelce had 97 catches last year in the regular season on his way to a Super Bowl title with Kansas City. You get closer to the end zone, you really have to look out. Witness what he did in the playoffs. 3 touchdown catches against Houston in the divisional round, and a big one in the Super Bowl against San Francisco, which keyed Kansas City's comeback.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 27-yard line.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Like a freight train there, Derek Notty with a sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far. Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart, because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with, because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 50 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now this will make it into the end zone, and Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here, just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 59 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now here's Mahomes. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really...
And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Returning it, Justice Hill. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 15. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Chris Jones on the stop. 21-0 our score after 1. On 2nd down, Ingram. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get his running game going.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll buy some time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. But that's Alex Okafor who gets in to register the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Makes the score Chiefs 21.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown.
Travis Kelce. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 88 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6.
The conversion.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The fake extra point.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the posts. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I couldn't understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible.
Nowhere
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Encroachment. Defense.
I don't know what the heck he was doing.
Well, they didn't really have to earn that first down, did they?
But they're not having earned much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a first down.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On the draw, this is Ingram. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there.
Defense.
What was that,
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Ravens on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. On the move to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. And his throw's going to be incomplete. fair to say hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the third down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. That a 92-yard kick return. And the Ravens are able to make things a bit more respectable. Still down very big on the scoreboard, but a little feather in their cap here.
And it's a big-time play, and if you don't get energized after a kick return, well, then your team just doesn't have any spark. We'll find out if this is the start of a big comeback or just cosmetics as we go along.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 39 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Jackson sacked. A 10-yard loss on the play.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, he's going to find his tight end, Bois. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why, looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways, but today's NFL does...
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he's going to Kansas City touchdown.
The mobile quarterbacks continue to populate the NFL, and Patrick Mahomes, he's certainly mobile, but that hasn't been his stock in trade for much of his career. But we did see him get into the end zone a couple times in the playoffs last year, and he was a leading rusher for...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Their own 25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
What we got?
Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead. 28 yards. And the Ravens, they claw one back. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath a short pass like that. But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And going deep for Hill. He's got a man, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
Pushing the foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 30 yards there. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes taking it in as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The fake extra point.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When he'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake.
25-yard line.
Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
A 28-yard
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47.
53's Mike. Check.
Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35.
It's a game
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
First down.
On 1st down, Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to make things a bit more respectable.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
And that's caught inside the 35. And oh, so close as he takes it off. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 71 yards.
At the 2-yard line.
Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass, as his guys continue to pour it on.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And for Jackson, this may be a free play. Snead's got it.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Here's Ingram. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Damian Wilson on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
It's now
Third quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. They're going deep for Hill. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Chiefs have got it on cruise control.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
good on the fake extra point. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing, but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now, making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 30.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these...
Oh, wide open, complete, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 70 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
No good on the fake extra point. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone, and Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Daniel Sorensen.
They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. We're back now in KC.
With the score.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 29, Jackson throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's got Snead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens, they claw one back.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
I bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore?
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Mike 48, Mike 48. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, 33 yards. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes to throw once more, eluding the pressure right. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up.
And he's loose again. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this.
The score.
Tucker with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Baltimore.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23.
The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just 1 shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now. Look, I know that all eyes and all credit should be on the guys that brought the ball back a long way, but I'm just wondering about the guys covering and their special teams coach. They've got to be looking at each other and saying, at what point are we going to find a way to stop these guys?
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Thornhill on the tackle. It's a gain of 9. Brings up
from midfield now. Here's Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Complete to Willie Snead. A gain of 5. 1st down, Ravens.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Defense.
Don't walk out here, man.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Jackson from the shotgun. His throw incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Patrick Mahomes sacked.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Looking for Kelce on the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 43 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs take advantage of the turnover and put up 6. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Sliding out of the pocket. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Returning it, Hill. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 30.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of the...
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Chiefs.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And no shot at another touchdown here as he'll take a knee and bring this one out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Jackson.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
A gain of 4.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
At the 29-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Lamar Jackson sacked.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Lamar Jackson.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
34-yard line.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with...
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown interception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record. But he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
So the signal caller doing it himself there on the two-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
The dangerous Hill now to return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 31-yard.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown.
Jackson.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Here's Hardman to return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
1st and 10.
KC's offense ready to take over. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, 65 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count. I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit.
Harrison Butker.
But going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurting this spot. No, okay.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Jackson's pass.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown.